Hey guys, okay, so this is 1.5, so we have two sections left for the rest of Unit 1. We have 1.5 and 1.6. So here's 1.5, here we go. Complementary angles are two angles whose angle measures add up to 90 degrees. So I may have this angle and this angle. This may be angle 1, this may be angle 2, and I may say angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 equals 90 degrees. Okay, so maybe if this is 30, that would make this 60. So complementary is 90, but then we have supplementary, which is 180. The way that I remember this is C comes before S in the alphabet, just like 90 comes before 180 in the alphabet. Okay, so supplementary angles would be two angles that add up to 90, so, or 180, sorry. So the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 equals 180 degrees. Adjacent angles are two angles that have a common vertex on the side but have no common interior points. So if I were to draw one angle and put a ray inside that, this angle 1 is adjacent to angle 2 because they share a common side and a common vertex. Adjacent means next to. So like if I had a person that was sitting next to me, that person would be essentially adjacent to me. Okay? So that's what adjacent angles, right next to one another. A linear pair. So a linear pair adds to 180 also. Okay? So it's supplementary in theory. However, they are also adjacent angles. So they have to be two angles that create and 180 degree linear pair, okay? So like these two are supplementary and they add to 180, but they're not a linear pair because they don't create a line the way that they look right now. This is a linear pair because I have this ray and this ray that are opposites, and it makes a straight line with those two angles. So a linear pair is essentially supplementary and linear pair. Supplementary angles are just supplementary and sometimes can be linear pair too. Vertical angles, so we have two lines. It would be the angles across from one another. So those two angles are vertical. These two angles are vertical. And if you notice, this has one arc and that has one arc. So vertical angles are equal to one another. So those two angles are equal to one another. This has two arcs and two arcs. Those two are equal to one another. That does not mean this angle and this angle are equal to one another. However, if you notice, these two angles together make 180 degrees. So one thing I could give you is I could give you this drawing and I could say that this is 110 degrees. Just by knowing that, you should be able to put in all the other angle measures. Okay, vertical to that would be 110 degrees also. Then this angle plus this angle make a linear pair or a supplementary, so that would be 70 degrees because 70 plus 110 is 180. And then that would make this 70 degrees because vertical angles are congruent. Okay. Angle 1 and angle 2 are complementary angles. Angle 2 and angle 3 are supplementary angles. Give the measurements for 1, 2, and 3. So the measure of angle 1 is 80 degrees. So that means the measure of angle 2, that its complement, would be 10 degrees because it adds to 90. And then the measure of angle 3, it says 2 and 3 are supplementary. So supplementary to 10 degrees would be 170 because that makes 180. Pause me and try 2, 3, and 4 on your own. Number 2, the measure of angle 2. So I do 90 minus 33. So 90 minus 30 is 60. 60 minus 3 would be 57 degrees. And then the measurement of angle 3 would be 180 minus this 57. So 180 minus 50 is 130. 130 minus 7 is 123. Number 3, the measurement of angle 1 is 72. Therefore, the measurement of angle 2 would be 8 degrees. And then the measurement of angle 3 would be 172. Adds to 18. My mistake. I'm glad that I found that, though. So that adds to 90. That would make this 162, right? Adds to 180. Number 4, the measurement of angle 1 is 7. So the measurement of angle 2 is 90 minus 7, which is 83. And then the measurement of angle 3 would be 180 minus 83, so that would be 97. All right, next page. Okay, so this is kind of like angle addition postulate, where we're going to take this angle, add it to this angle to get the whole angle. But we'd have to know what that whole angle is before we could do that. If this is 90 degrees and this makes a linear pair, that means that this is also 90 degrees, right? So then we would know that 2x plus 3x minus 10 equals 90. 2x's and 3x's make 5x's. At the same time, I'm going to move this 10 over, okay? So an opposite of negative 10 would be a positive 10, so I'm going to add 10 to 90 and I get 100. I'm going to divide by 5, and I get x equals 20. But they don't want us just to find x if I read my directions. They want me to find a to b to c. So I'm going to do 2 times 20, which would be 40.